This is Tanks Vlog, wrapping up today in sports, July 26, 2017. The countdown is on in Texas. Adrian Beltre is now just 4 hits away from reaching the big milestone of 3,000. In a blowout loss, a slugfest loss, a run-scoring palooza in Arlington today. He had a couple of hits, 3 hits, as the Rangers were clobbered by the Miami Marlins 22-10 in a game where there was absolutely no pitching to see. Giancarlo Stanton remained red hot. He hit his 12th home run. But what's the story? Jerry Davis! You know, there's nothing worse than an umpire or ref that thinks, I'm the star of the show. They think that when the players come out, they think that they should have, instead of the player introductions, they should have, and now, umpiring home plate, Jerry Davis! So what does this guy do? He stops the game to tell Adrian Beltre to go into the on-deck circle. Now, many of baseball players leave the on-deck circle all the time. So, this has not been a big deal, but no, he made a federal case about it. So, Adrian Beltre moved the on-deck circle and proceeded to get ejected. Adrian Beltre, that has got to be one of the great reactions of all time to a wise Alex, smart-ass umpire whose head is too big for the game. So, it's probably going to be within the next week that Adrian Beltre gets base hit number 3,000. But what he did today was truly a Hall of Fame move. And Jerry Davis, get over yourself. The Mets today. You knew how this game was going on the very first pitch, when Michael Conforto hit a ball to left field, and the guy made a sliding catch, reached back and caught it like he was in a lounging position after oversliding it. You knew right at that moment, this is not their night. And Steven Matz, his 4th straight absolute stinker of a performance, gave up 6 runs in 3 innings, and that was all she wrote. So the Mets need to win tomorrow to take 3 out of 4 from the Padres, and they have some sort of rookie coming from Double-A. See, this is why they're never gonna get back into it. They just can't get to 500. Every time you just have the pitching staff has fallen apart. I mean, it's bad enough that the injuries have happened, but Steven Matz has been god-awful. Let's run the National League. The Chicago Cubs have finally got back to first place. They've won their 10th out of their last 12 games since the All-Star break. And Anthony Rizzo with a big 4 RBI game, scoring 3 times. An 8-3 win over the Southside Sox in the battle for the Windy City. The Cubs and White Sox will play one more time tomorrow in the Southside, in that stadium whose name I refuse to say, to see who gets the Southside crown for the year 2017. The Cubs took advantage as the Nationals beat the Brewers despite Bryce Harper getting his own he-ho from an umpire. The Philadelphia Phillies today delivered a rare win, clobbering the Astros 9-0. The Cleveland Indians, they keep pace with the red-hot Royals, winning 10-4 as Eric Hosmer led a 16-2 blowout over the Detroit Tigers. It's time to break out the Motor City Kitties. I don't understand why the Tigers aren't talking about selling, but they should be trying to sell as many players as possible. It's time to break that team up. The window of opportunity has shut. They need to rebuild, and Brad Ausmus is a terrible manager. I see Detroit is going to have a major house cleaning ahead of them this offseason. Today's 3 stars are Eric Hosmer with his 6 RBIs and 5 runs scored against the Tigers. Chris Sale, who continues to be red hot as the Red Sox salvage the final game of that series out in Seattle. Once again, 11 strikeouts, no runs allowed, 3 hits, 7 innings for Sale. And Anthony Rizzo, who led the way for the Cubs in their win over the White Sox. Today is a big day for birthdays. A lot of notable birthdays today. We got Jordan Spieth, who turns 24. Dolphins quarterback Ryan Tannehill turns 29. Max Scherzer turns 33. And boo! Hey, A-Rod. Happy birthday. Another boo for you. Boo! And we look back at the ruse that created the Mets. Today, 1959, Bill Shea introduced the Continental League, which was a third major league, but the league was never designed to actually take the field. It was only designed to force expansion, and it worked, and the Mets were born, and that is why it was named Shea Stadium. So we have the full story at Barstool Sports and at SportsEncyclopedia.com, where sports history lives every day. Good day.